Let's talk universal themes and their importance to public speaking. Universal themes are central, timeless ideas that connect to all people, regardless of their background or culture. Universal themes can represent emotions, concepts, human conditions, and/or fundamental experiences that resonate broadly across time, place, and culture. One thing that makes them unique is their role in storytelling, an identifying feature that creates an audience connection. So, what universal themes can you think of? At first, you might be hard-pressed to come up with one on your own, but in fact, there are hundreds. A quick Google or AI search will reveal dozens of literary and storytelling themes, including power, desire, evil, heroism, motherhood, patriotism, and so many more. Hollywood producers, book authors, famous storytellers, and good speakers are especially talented at making universal themes come to life for diverse audiences and have been doing so for centuries across the globe. Consider, for example, your favorite binge-worthy show or a nostalgic movie that you remember from your childhood. Maybe it's an adventure film, a romance novel, or even a horror show. What about the characters or the plot line drew you in and made you keep watching? Was it the suspense, the drama, a juicy character portrayal, or the adrenaline rush that the director was able to create? Stop and think. In what ways did you relate to the characters and identify yourself in the story plot? Did you say, "That's me"? Or imagine yourself in the various roles or relationships? Well, much like a seasoned writer, so can you select speech topics and apply universal themes as an audience-centered speaking strategy. This skill, this talent, is especially relevant in a public speaking class where the opportunities to socialize outside of virtual classroom are limited. For example, online education took away our ability to joke with someone before class starts, or get to know the person sitting next to you throughout the semester. Still, you can craft meaningful connections with each member of your audience simply by identifying and applying a universal theme to your speech topic. Let's say, for example, that you're giving a personal anecdote speech about the time that you backpacked through Europe, or maybe when you took a cross-country road trip in the United States. Rather than beginning your speech like this, "Hello, today I'm going to tell you about my trip across the United States and how it changed my life." You could consider working in a universal theme that allows your audience to engage in your speech topic by imagining themselves, positioning themselves in your shoes, despite never having had your travel experience. Doing so might sound more like this as the introduction. "Hello, class. Have you ever taken a risk? I mean, a really big risk. One you'd be willing to put all your life savings on for the chance to experience something new? An adventure? Today, I'm going to share my story about the summer when I traveled across the United States in search for an honest break from the mundane day-to-day grind. My hope is that you too can reflect on the places in your life where risk might show up and consider how breaking away from your routine might teach you a thing or two about your adventurous spirit. So let's begin. Now, in that second speech, the universal themes might be identified as risk, adventure, and routine. It was certainly more engaging, and my guess is that the audience is going to be more connected. Here's a list of common themes composed by former students to help you get thinking about a few more. Acceptance, education, beauty, bravery, democracy, failure, family, health, freedom, justice, loss, love, regret, respect, warmth, and wisdom. Have I named enough already? Which one of those stood out to you? Now take a moment and reflect on your life experiences surrounding one or more of those themes that I just mentioned. While sure, we all have unique and separate encounters given these themes, chances are that we connect to them on a very basic human level. As a speaker, you're going to use this connection as an audience-centered strategy by applying a universal theme to each one of your speeches, and in doing so, leave a lasting impact, much how your favorite childhood movie still sticks with you today. Now you might be thinking, this is easier said than done, Tara. Wrong. Every good story has a lesson. That's the universal theme. For universal themes to carry impact, your story should reveal exciting moments, showcase twists and turns, ups and downs, highs and lows, and then work to resolve these issues or tensions with a lesson. By now, it should be obvious that audience-centered speaking takes the focus off and away from the speaker and moves audiences into a reflective state of contemplation as they consider their own experiences and how your story, topic, or message affects and benefits them. So no matter what type of speech you're making, maybe sharing a story, doing a how-to speech, or a demonstration of some kind, giving a persuasive talk about a social justice issue, well, stories have a special place. Remember, we are storytelling beings and have been for years. And the lessons we share are how we create legacy. Each time we say, hey, listen to this, or do you want to hear what happened yesterday? We enter into story mode, even conversationally. So when you use stories in your speeches, and you should, consider what universal theme is tied to your anecdote, a shared experience, and how will it land on diverse audiences? In this way, speakers can enhance their impact and capture their listeners.